Hi there, welcome to Maths on Demand. In this video, we are going to learn how to use an algorithm for multiplying. If you watched our times table series, then you would have already seen this algorithm in bonus video part 1. If you haven't watched that video, then maybe go and watch that one after this one if you want more practice. Once we know how to multiply small numbers, then we can multiply large numbers by writing them down and using an algorithm to help us. In the algorithm, we will use multiplying smaller numbers to multiply the large numbers. All we need to do is write the question vertically, multiply the last digit on the bottom row by every digit on the top row, starting on the right and carrying the tens when required. Write a 0 under the row of answers. Multiply the other digits on the bottom row one at a time in the same way. And add up the rows of answers to get your final answer. This works because we are really breaking the problem into smaller multiplication problems and then just adding the results together. 16 times 4 is really like 6 times 4 plus 10 times 4. Let's try it. First, we'll write it vertically. 16 times 4. Lining up the ones and the tens. There's no 10 in 4, so just ones here. Next, we're going to multiply the last digit on the bottom row, which is the only digit in this case, the 4, by everything on the top row, starting at the right. So it'll be 4 times 6, which we should know is 24. I'm just writing the 4 here, like when we're adding, we only wrote the ones in our answer and we carried the tens. So I'm going to carry this 2. Now I'm going to do 1 times 4, which is really like 10 times 4, because remember this is a 10. 1 times 4 is 4, and then we need to add this 2, which gives us 6. Because we only have one digit there, that's all we've got to do. This was a nice simple one to start with. Here's another simple one, with just multiplying a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number. So, write the question vertically, 15 times 9, with the ones lined up here. And then we're going to multiply 9 by everything on the top row. 9 times 5 is 45. Remember, carry the 4, write the 5 in the ones spot. Now we're going to do 1 times 9, which is really like 10 times 9. And then we'll add 4. So 1 9 is 9, and 4 more is 13. This time we can write the full number here because there are no more multiplications to do. And our answer, 15 times 9, is 135, which was like 45 plus 90. As you can see. Okay, time for a harder one. 92 times 47. Let's write the question vertically. 92 times 47. Now I'm going to start by multiplying everything on the top row by the last digit on the bottom row, which is a 7. 7 times 2 is 14. We're going to carry that 1, which is the tens in 14, and write the 4 down here as the ones of 14. Now we'll do 9 times 7, which is 63, and add one more. 63 and 1 is 64. We can write the full answer here because there are no more numbers to multiply on our top row. Next, we are multiplying the tens. So let's add a 0 down here. And now it's like 40 times 2 and 40 times 9, but we're just going to call it 4 because we've already got our 0 down the bottom. So 4 times 2 is 8. And 4 times 9 is 36. But there's no more numbers over here to multiply, so I can write my full answer down the bottom here. Now it's time to add the two rows together, because this one here is 92 times 7 and this one here is 92 times 40. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 8 is 12, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 makes 13. And then 1 and 3 is 4. So our answer is really big, 4,324. As you get good at these, it doesn't matter how big your numbers are that you're multiplying. You just follow the same steps, add an extra 0 each time, and you can multiply huge numbers with no worries. Just make sure you keep track of what one you're up to. Well, now that you've done one, let's try this problem, which is from our opening screen. You should know now that 25 times 13 is the same as doing 25 times 3 plus 25 times 10. So, let's do it. 25 times 3, let's change this 3 to a red colour to help us remember we are doing 25 times 3 to start with. 5 times 3, we start on the right. 5 times 3 is 15. But we can't put 15 here. We're only allowed to write the ones part of our answer in the ones down here. So we write the 1 just somewhere else. Here is fine. So we remember we still need to do something with that. We're carrying it, just like we did with our adding. So the 1 goes here and the 5 goes here to make 15. Now we do 2 times 3, which is 6, but we need to add the 1 because now we're doing the tens. We have to add this 10. We end up with 75. So we've done 25 times 3 and we got 75. Next, we need to do 25 times 10. And whenever you multiply something by 10, we know it ends in a 0. So we are going to write that 0 here. And then we are going to do 1 times 5 and write the answer here in the tens column. And 1 times 2 is 2. We write it here. So 25 times 10 is 250. Now what we have to do is add them together. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. And remember, we only write the 2 down here because that's part of the ones in 12. And the tens from the 12 goes up here. We carry it. 1 plus 2 makes 3. And then our final answer is 325. Now this is a big question. 243 times 28. But don't worry, we can do it. First, let's write it out vertically. 243 times 28. I line up my ones and my tens and my hundreds. There's no hundred in 28, so it will just have nothing under the 2 here. We're going to need lots of space, so let's move the page up a bit. So, let's start just as we always do. 8 times each of these numbers. 3 times 8 is 24. We're going to write the ones down here and carry the 2, which is part of the tens for our answer of 24. Next, we're going to do 4 times 8, which is 32. But don't forget to add the 2 here, which we are carrying. So 32 and 2 makes 34. Remember, ones down here carry the tens. In this case, the 10 is a 3. Now, we need to do 8 times 2, the hundreds. 2 times 8 is 16. But we still need to add this 3 here. 16 and 3 is 19. And because there are no more numbers to multiply on the top row, we write 19 here. So 243 times 8 is actually 1,944. Now we've got this 2 here, which is the tens column, so it's really 20 times 243. Let's put our 0 in and go 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. That was nice. No numbers to carry. So 243 times 20 is 4,860. Now all we need to do is add these numbers together. 4 and 0 is 4. 4 and 6 is 10, so carry the 1 up here. 1 and 9 is 10. 10 and 8 is 18. Put the 1s down here, the 10s up here. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 4 is 6. What a big number we have got here, 6,804. How did you go? Well, that's all for our multiplying. The next topic in our series is division. So, when you're ready, head to the next video and you can learn about that.